Today I want to talk about removing mistakes from your trading. How can you fix your bad habits, your mistakes in trading to become a better trader and not repeat these same mistakes again? Let's cover that today. I received a question from Ricardo by email who was asking about how to remove bad habits and mistakes in his trading. He's already profitable, but there are a few mistakes that he keeps repeating, and those kind of bring him down. They drag his results down. Currently, he is trading on a live account, but he's been having a lot of mistakes. Out of 94 trades, 33 of those were mistakes that he's made. He's still up by 1.7% with a very small risk per trade, but he wants, of course, to be better than that. How can he avoid these mistakes to be able to get better results in trading? So today we'll cover that, and I want to show you my process on how we can fix mistakes in trading. Ricardo sent me a list of mistakes he made, but let's just dive right into the action steps here for you. So first things first, when you want to correct any kind of mistakes in trading, you need to get a measure for how much mistakes you make. Like you need to know exactly what you got to fix and then what's the current rate. Like you need to have a number. The only way we can improve is if you have a number, and we see this number going from here all the way to here. We see it going down. If we don't have a number, we don't have any ranking or any kind of stats on the mistakes we make, it's very hard to improve. Sure, you can improve, you can change your habits, they can become better, but you want to know exactly how much you've improved. And the cool thing is seeing this number change is going to give you a lot of momentum in your trading. You see it go from, let's say, it's at 50%, go to 90%, so it's going up in the sense that you're getting better. Then that's, of course, a really good thing. You decrease your mistake, you go better in terms of respecting your trading plan. So what that number is called the compliance level. The compliance level is how many times out of 100, like a percentage, how many times out of 100 are you following your plan. Any trade where you don't follow your plan, you make a mistake, you do something wrong. It could be even like you take your profit too early, you take your profits too late, you don't move your stop loss on time, you forget to place a stop loss, your risk is too big, or you forget to look at one specific indicator you look at in your trading. All those things are mistakes according to your plan. Because we know that if you follow your plan over time, you should be getting good results. You should be having a pretty good consistency in trading because your plan is proven to work. You've tested it in the past. And now we need to make sure we follow this plan for our trading. So what you do is like Ricardo did. You take your number of trades you've taken over the past, let's say 6 months to a year. Then you look at how many mistakes you've made on those trades. If you don't yet know how many mistakes you make, I'll leave link below over here in the corner a video on how to do my trading journal. In that video, I'll show you how to classify your trades into the right categories. So you know what's a good trade, what's a bad trade, and then you know how many of these bad trades you have out of the total. So in Ricardo's case, he had 94 trades total and 33 mistakes. You do a quick calculation, it means that 35% of his trades were mistakes. Now we want to do the inverse of that. So 64%, or let's say 65% of his trades were actually good trades. So his compliance level was 65%. His mistake rate, the opposite, was 35%. Now you have a measure, right? We know that if we increase that, if we increase our compliance level, we'll become better. If we decrease it, then we become worse. We make more mistakes, and that's a bad thing. So now we have at least a measure, or compliance level, and we can kind of start to work on that. Now the next thing is really important, and that Ricardo already kind of sort of did because he sent me a big email with all these mistakes he's making in trading, is you want to know your mistakes. You want to know where you fall short, what things you tend to repeat. Most of the time, there's not going to be 1,000 mistakes, or not even 100. There's going to be a few things you do always wrong all the time. It could be in my case, before I was taking profits too early, I would close my trades too fast because I was afraid they would reverse against me. It could be something where you enter too late in the move, or you wait for too much confirmation so that your trade then enters too late. It could be you re-enter a trade that you lose and you're not supposed to re-enter it. Those were my big mistakes in the past. It could be you also skip a trade. So you have a trade here that you should enter, but you don't do it because you're afraid of the outcome of the trade. That's also a big mistake. Hence why I talk a lot about journaling and tracking your mistakes and knowing exactly what you fall short and what things you gotta correct in your trading. But every time you act not according to your plan, for any reason, that is a mistake. It could even be you decide that you want to risk less percent per trade. Most would say it's not a mistake. I would say it could be a mistake if you risk less on some trades, but then risk more on other trades. If you kind of vary your risk per trade too much, that's a mistake as well. So you make a list of your mistakes on a sheet of paper, list all of them down. But then the issue is if you start to work on all of them together, you have 10 mistakes you make, let's just say 5 for this example. You've got 5 mistakes you make all the time, and if you start to work on all 5, it's going to be very tough. So what I recommend here is forget all the other ones, pick one that you want to work on first, and make it a goal every week. For this week, the goal is to not do this. You can do everything else wrong. All these other mistakes you make, we don't care if you do them wrong again, but we just want to focus on fixing that one now. Let's say it's a fixed percent risk per trade. You forget about everything else, but you want to make sure you always have the same risk per trade. So this week, your only job is to trade as normal, but focus on having the same risk per trade without default, right? That's your job, your goal now. So if you do this to give yourself a ranking at the end of the week, you see, okay, so I've done all my trades right this week. I always have the same risk per trade. My result is this, and things are going well. Like, it could be that you have a losing week. If that's the case, you want to just repeat that again. Make sure that having the same risk per trade is a good thing for you. If you find out that it's a bad thing, like you have better results when you vary your risk per trade according to how you feel, then you could decide to do that in the future. You could modify your plan to put that in your plan, that you want to modify your risk per trade as you prefer. Then the next week, once you've been able to see the results of correcting your first mistake, you want to work on the second mistake. Let's say that mistake is entering too early. So your job now this week is to keep the same risk per trade you've had in the first week that you worked on first. You want to keep those mistakes you've worked on first, but now you want to build a habit of always entering at the right time, at the right level in the chart. Not too early, not too late. That's your goal for this week. So you do that, you work on it more. At the end of the week, you rank yourself on that goal. If you find that you've respected your goal a lot, then you can move on to the next one. If you find that you didn't respect your goal yet enough, then you can work on it again one more week until you've mastered it. You feel like you have the habit in place and you are able to just do it all the time without thinking. That's the goal. We want to get to a point in trading where we can fix these mistakes and do the right thing without thinking. We just do it. It's a habit. We don't have to work on it. That's how you can change your bad habit. Is you have to deliberately work on fixing them first, then you make it a habit, then you just keep those good habits in the future. It's actually simple, but it takes time. That's the key here. Then you leave, let's say 1 month, 2 months go by, and you look at, again, your compliance level. As this increased, as this decreased, it's probably going to increase because you respect your plan more. And you want to note down again if there's any mistakes that came up in the past month that you didn't have before, that you have to work on in the future. Okay, so the goal is every week, if you have any mistakes, have one kind of mistake you want to work on, only one. Work on that mistake, give yourself a ranking at the end of the week on how you did for that mistake. And if it's good, you can move on to the next one by keeping the same habit in place for the future. And if you don't have a good score for that week, then just work on it again one more week to see how you can fix it. It could be helpful to get a coach to work on specific things, especially regarding your mindset or your methodology overall. But if you just want to fix a mistake, you can do it by yourself. That's not difficult. Just go through that process and things will be a lot better for you. That compliance level is the key measure for your trading. It should be the key thing you look at on a monthly, quarterly, yearly basis. That should be your key measure to know that you execute your plan properly. If you don't have that, then all your trading will fail. That's for sure. If you don't respect your plan, you cannot be successful long-term in trading. You cannot have any consistency. But if you do that, then your results will be a lot more consistent. So leave me your thoughts below as always in the comment section below. I want to hear what you think of this video, what you like, what you didn't like. I want to hear what you think of that. I want to hear if you will use these concepts or not. Give me some feedback on how it goes if you use them. Because I know this method works. It's just a matter of using it and applying it to your own trading after that. It's not just about watching videos, but applying the stuff you learn here at the same time. Make sure you subscribe if it's not done yet. I'm having a couple of videos I'll publish this week that are going to be really impactful for you. Things that can really make a big difference in your trading, I believe. And also I have an interview this coming Sunday. These are happening every week. Interviews with traders all around the world. So make sure you are tuned in for that by clicking the subscribe button and the bell next to it to be notified of future videos. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.